and racing. They're rounding the far turn, and down the stretch they come, and at the wire it's going to be. If you've ever watched a horse race, you may have heard these phrases before. When you think about horse racing, you may only think about thoroughbreds. But thoroughbreds are not the only racehorses, as standardbreds are known for their ability in harness racing. In a harness race, standardbreds pull a two-wheeled cart called a race bike that is steered by a driver. In a race, the horses either trot or pace, and they can reach speeds of over 30 miles per hour. In order to better understand standardbreds, we need to look at their history, the difference between the trot and the pace, and what standardbreds do after they retire from racing. I'll begin with some basic history of standardbreds. The standardbred breed originated in America over 200 years ago. All standardbreds today can be traced back to the English thoroughbred stallion Messenger, who was exported to the United States in 1788. However, the standardbred breed was ultimately founded by Messenger's great-grandson, Hambletonian 10, who was foaled in 1849. Hambletonian 10 trotted a mile in 2 minutes, 48.5 seconds, and sired a total of 1,331 foals. And this is a model of what Hambletonian 10 actually looked like. All standardbreds today either trot or pace, but the original gait of the standardbred was the trot. In fact, in order to become part of the standardbred breed, a horse had to trot a mile in a certain standard time. The common characteristics of a standardbred include being well-muscled, long-bodied, and averaging between 15 and 16 hands tall, a hand being 4 inches. Standardbreds come in multiple colors, but the most common are bay, brown, and black. Standardbreds are also known for their willing temperaments and gentle personalities. When hearing the terms trotter and pacer, most people do not know the difference between them. The trot and the pace are the two different gaits that a standardbred can have. A trotter is a horse with a diagonal gait, meaning that the right front and left rear legs move forward at the same time that the left front and right rear legs move backward at the same time. A pacer is a horse in which the legs on the same side of the body move at the same time. For example, in this picture, the right front and right rear legs move forward at the same time that the left front and left rear legs move backward at the same time. Both trotters and pacers are common in the standardbred breed today. However, that was not always the case, as trotters were dominant in the breed until the late 1870s when the horse Speedy Tom popularized the pacing gait. Not long after the popularization of the pacing gait, trotters and pacers were separated because pacers are typically faster than trotters. For example, the world's fastest pacer is Always Be Mickey, who paced a mile in 1 minute 46 seconds. And the world's fastest trotter is Homicide Hunter, who trotted a mile in 1 minute 48 4/5 seconds. Now that you know the difference between a trotter and a pacer and the basic history of standardbreds, you may be wondering what standardbreds do after they retire from racing. The mandatory retirement age of a standardbred is 14 years old. However, most retire much earlier. After they retire, they go on to do multiple different things. They can go on to become broodmares or studs, or they can go on to perform other disciplines such as barrel racing, dressage, saddle seat, endurance riding, trail riding, and they may become police or military mounts. Many of the standardbreds that are not put into a breeding program are placed into an adoption program that helps them find good, loving homes. Many of these adoption programs also retrain the horses to perform other disciplines. Some of these organizations are the Standardbred Retirement Foundation, the Starting Gate Standardbred Transition Program, and New Vocations Racehorse Adoption Program. And this is the banner for New Vocations Racehorse Adoption Program. It says, race to race, recycled to ride. In conclusion, Standardbreds are very versatile horses that have transformed greatly since their origin over 200 years ago. Not only has the pace been added to the original gait of the trot, but Standardbreds can go on to perform other disciplines after they retire from racing. Standardbreds are amazing horses, both on and off the racetrack, because they have a heart that knows no bounds and adaptability to go with it.